part 2 of this video of things not to do before you start your business. And point number 4, we are coming from part 1, so this is part 2. Point number 4 is deciding to go solo, or to fly solo, or to go it alone. A lot of us will start a business alone. We think alone, we plan alone, we invest alone, we look for money alone. And when problems come, we also want to lock ourselves in a room and cry alone. So you get, you save a lot of money, or you really want to do something. You don't have anyone to hold you accountable. You don't have an accountant. You don't have someone to help you with your anything. You are just alone, planning alone and running alone. Every business probably starts with one person. I know Mark Zuckerberg started alone, and a lot of other people started alone. That's not what I mean. The alone I mean is the alone of you don't consult on ideas, you don't consult on business model, you don't consult on a lot of things. And that means you are probably going to fail. I keep thinking, for Mark Zuckerberg to come up with Facebook, he talked to his colleagues, to his university people, the people they were in the same university, and he realized there's a gap. Us guys aren't able to meet unless we physically are in a class. So there are some of us, you come up with an idea, you don't talk to anybody. You come up with a plan, you talk to no one. You actually go to the bank and pick a loan, you don't talk to anyone. That is going to ensure you're in a deep pit, and it's not a good thing to do. When you come up with an idea, talk to someone or two. Go to someone who's done it before and ask them, Betty, I have this kind of an idea. Do you think it's gonna work? Or Betty, how did you do this? Look around, read books, see how people did, how other people did it. And then borrow an idea or two. Don't just think things alone. Wake up one day, pick a loan from a bank and start a business. You're going to fail. Another thing you can do is to join a mastermind, especially for the people who are in the service industry. It's very good you join a mastermind. A mastermind is a group of people who probably are doing something, they are offering services or they are selling products, but maybe once in a month they meet over a cup of tea or coffee to troubleshoot, talk about issues together, talk about what am I going through, what are you going through, how is the industry like? How did you overcome the staff problem in your company? How did you overcome the economic crash? And talk to each other. You are not judging each other. You are not laughing at each other. You are not coaching each other, though I think there's a little bit of coaching that goes on. It's just like-minded people sharing a moment, and you learn a thing or two. So join a mastermind group. Number 2, hire a coach. A coach, I can never overemphasize the importance of a coach. I have always told you guys, my businesses were struggling until the day I hired a coach. And some of these things turned out to be so simple, yet I was overthinking them. I was growing in fear. I was giving up. I kept thinking I have to reinvent the wheel until the day I got myself a coach. And I've been having coaches who have made my journey very, very easy. And the other thing to do is to connect with other entrepreneurs. Connect with them on LinkedIn, on groups, on Facebook. Join those groups. Watch their YouTube channel. See what they have to say. Just don't fly alone. Because I told you business is tough. If you keep keeping things to your spirit and to yourself, you're going to sink into depression and other things. Talk to other people. Talk to your power base, your family, your relatives, your colleagues, and all that. And the next thing to do, so that before you start a business, is avoid getting into wrong partnerships. I have done a video on my YouTube channel, and you can watch it. It will run below here. Is it good to be in a partnership, or is it not good to be in a partnership? One of the things you should not do ever is to blindly get into a partnership. I see people over lunch, then they come up with an idea. I call it the heat of the moment idea. So you're sitting with your colleagues, having lunch, and somebody says something and says, you guys, let's get into a business. This is a very good business idea. And all of you contribute money, you elect a treasurer and start a business. you've not planned, you don't know the business model, you don't know what's happening in the industry. A while ago, a group known to me decided to invest some money they had shared. Remember, I talked about people investing some idle money somewhere. They didn't think about it. They just decided, since we have a lot of idle money somewhere, let's invest in, over lunchtime, let's invest in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Uber. And I'm not saying Uber is a bad idea. And when they told me, because one of the people in the business, I know them personally, they told me in the evening, oh, we've decided to get into Uber. And I asked them, have you sat down as a group to look at the pros and cons of getting into Uber business? And they told me no. I asked them, how much money do you intend to make? We don't know. I asked them, do you have a business plan for that? No. When will you break even? We don't know. Why are you investing in this business? Because we have some money lying idle somewhere. And I remember telling them, I think you need to rethink. Go back, sit down with someone who has invested in Uber in our country, see how it has run for them. Have you identified a driver who is going to be faithful and run your business? No. And I knew from the word go that business was not going to last very long. And in exactly 3 months after they brought in a new car and registered the business and went through the hassle, week 2 of being in Uber business, the car was a write-off. They hadn't made any money and it was a disaster for them. They almost broke up as friends. So very good not to, heat of the moment, it's not for business, it's for other things. And the other reason, why I see people getting into partnerships, because we are friends. Me and you, we are friends and we have some money, let's start a business. Let me tell you guys, a partnership is like a marriage. You have to like that person, like their values, have shared things that you can invest in together. A business partnership, you must be very careful about it. Ask yourself, will I like this person the day we invest 1 million shillings and we lose it? Will I continue to like them? Will I look at them the same way I look at them today? Can I stand working with this person in the same office day in, day out? Ask yourself those questions. What if my sister and I invest in a business and one day my sister gets into trouble? Will I be happy to give out all the money to go to them? Will I feel anything bad? Ask yourself. Better still, talk to a coach. And the last point I want to share is, one thing you should not do before you get into business is to start with too many products or too many services. What do I mean? I am in the service industry and there are different services that we offer. However, when I started, I was just doing what we call corporate training. So I was going to corporates and asking them to give me the job of training their staff members. With time, we diversified. What does that mean? We got into coaching. And even when we got into coaching, we didn't get into business coaching, life coaching, everything coaching. No, you move with time. So you invest in life coaching, you master that, then you probably get into business coaching, you master that. I see people starting a service business and then you launch 5 services at a go. So you're doing coaching, you're doing training, you're writing books, so you're selling them, or you write a book today, next month you come up with a book, and the next month, even before you know how this works in the market, you have 10 different products. So you are spreading very thin within a very short period of time. You've not mastered how the market works. You don't know your clients. You don't know what they like. You don't know what they don't like. And then you are everywhere every time. That doesn't work very well. So we always say that focus is the key ally to success. So I focus on this product, work on it, and we can see these companies that are launching things every day. Let's look at Apple, Samsung. They will launch one product, sell it, bring it out in the market, sell it, tell us about it, learn the good things about that product or the bad things about that product and go improve. And then they tell us, now we are launching Samsung S10 or we are launching iPhone 5, 6, 7. They don't come to the market with iPhone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, choose whatever you want. They don't do that. And that's a lesson we should, learn from them. So it means you cannot come to the market with product 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at a go. You're going to be confused. You're going to feel tired. You're going to be weary. At some point, you're going to be, someone is not effective and efficient, and customers are going to run away. So thank you very much for joining us in this video. And we appreciate that you're subscribing and sharing this with your friends, relatives, and those you care about. If there's any topic you'd like us to talk about, please share in the comment section. I invite you to let us know what else you'd like us to do. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you real soon.